Welcome to Word Talk with Walters, where 87 might be enough years, but it's not enough words. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mr. Walters. Let's get right to it. Our first word is Frank.
Hey, are you talking about my Uncle Frank?
No, Miss Mishke, I'm not talking about your Uncle Frank. Although Frank is a name, Frank is also a way to describe being honest. When you are frank, you say what you think, openly and honestly. For example, Miss Mishke, to be frank, I don't appreciate you interrupting Word Talk with Walters like that.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. It's kind of like when I was frank when I told you how I felt about the dinner you cooked last night.
Oof. When is the time you were frank with someone? Our next word is boast. Boast means brag. When people boast, they talk about themselves or something they have with too much pride or pleasure. For example, Miss Mishke, can you tell us about your dog?
I'd love to. This is Dottie. She's the best dog in the whole world. She's the smartest dog that you'll ever meet. She smells better than any other dog. She's basically the best dog ever. She loves carrots. I just love this dog so much. I'm so proud of her, and she's the best.
Wow, Miss Mishke, you sure are proud of that dog. Is there ever a time when boasting is a bad idea? Our last word this week is brainstorm. Brainstorming is an important tool that I use when I'm making lessons. Miss Mishke, are you ready to brainstorm?
I'm ready.
Brainstorm is an idiom.
Who are you calling an idiom?
An idiom is an expression or phrase that means something different from what it appears to mean. When you say you brainstorm, it means think of many different ways of doing something. It does not mean there was actually a storm inside your brain.
So I don't need this.
Right. Miss Mishke, let's brainstorm some ideas for this week's prize.
Okay, I'm on it. I got this panda, a little too on the nose, maybe some tape because we always stick together. Sunglasses because our future's so bright. Peanut butter pretzels. Oh no, wait, these are yours.
When have you brainstormed? When have you thought about different ways you could do something? Now, before we bring out our guest, let's review. We're listening for our guest to use all 3 vocabulary words, and if she does it, she'll win a very special prize. When our guest uses one of today's vocabulary words, you'll hear this sound. Our guest today is known by all. Perhaps you know her best from assemblies, or maybe you've been to a panda recess. Surely you've seen her helping in the lunchroom, the bus line, and all around our school. And maybe you visited her office for other reasons. It's the one, the only, did you know she's actually a doctor? Our principal, Mrs. Rain. Hi, Mrs. Rain. Welcome to Word Talk. Thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
Hi, Mr. Walters. I'm doing fantastic. Really missing school, but I'm doing well.
Mrs. Rain, you've still been working at Opportunity getting things ready for the end of the year. Obviously, this is an unusual end to our school year. How has that been going for you?
Well, it's really interesting. I go to work most days, and I'm just there with the custodians. You might have seen a video that I did a couple weeks ago about being all by myself. But this last week, we were told that the teachers could come in to start packing up student stuff. And so I spent some time brainstorming with the teachers about how to make that work. And we have a schedule. And so there's been teachers in all week. So it's been really nice to see some of my friends in the building.
Many of our viewers know that when you're not at school, you have a lot of very exciting hobbies. What have you and Mr. Rain been up to?
Well, Mr. Rain and I do have a lot of hobbies. We actually call him Mr. Adventure. And we have been doing some running. And to be frank with you, we've been doing a lot of running. We've been running every single day. And just last weekend, I don't share this with a lot of people, so I don't want to boast, but we ran 19.3 miles in kind of a desert area and went over a couple of snakes.
Well, that is riveting. Mrs. Rain, I'm going to stop you right there. You used all three of our words, so that means you won!
Yeah.
Miss Mishke, tell her what she won.
It's a fit. It's a fidget. It's a fidget spinner. These toys became popular in 2017 as a way to release nervous energy or anxiety, but now they're just great for annoying your teachers. Congratulations, Mrs. Rain.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about my prize. That's going to be fantastic when I'm driving around in my car. It'll give me something to do.
Well, that's our show. Thanks to Mrs. Rain for joining us. From all of us here at Word Talk with Walters, I'm Mr. Walters, and have a vocabulary day.
Bye.